people when come to you and they ask you for selfies, or I was just watching it, they give you a compliment. How you take it?
It's humbling. I've been in the industry now for about 10 years.
Yes.
And I think what keeps me going and the thing that gives me energy is the love that people shower and the, not necessarily the compliments, but the positive energy. So I'm always humbled by it. It's always very inspiring to hear that.
So you most of the time you were in like US, your studies and your culture, everything. How come like when you sing a song, nobody can imagine the voice when it comes out? Oh, he's a Telugu guy, he's a Tamil guy, he's a North Indian. The voice is like wonderful. How you discovered yourself that yes, you can sing in other languages of India and you can do justification of that.
Sure. So I grew up learning Carnatic music
Yes.
from my mother. So in Carnatic music, all these languages are there. Telugu is in so many Tyagaraja Kirtanas, and then Tamil obviously is my mother tongue.
Yes.
And then Sanskrit. So these languages have been a part of my consciousness from a young age. But then once I got into the industry in 2012, that's when I really got, especially with Telugu, that's when I really got to dive into it more, understand the intricacies. My first pure Telugu song was Adiga Adiga.
Yes.
So from that point, it's been a journey of really understanding the phonetics of the language and I guess respecting it and admiring it and taking it on as a lifelong journey.
So in college days, do you sing like, what kind of songs? Do you remember still at that stage of time, your college days, if you go back to your college days?
Sure. So in college, I was singing lots of English songs. I was studying in Boston at Berklee College of Music, so I was writing a lot of my music songs, and then also lots of Carnatic practice. A. Rahman sir's songs have been a kind of a fixture in my life since I was a kid.
Okay.
So I would always hum his tunes. Again, not really sing the lyrics as much, but the melodies. But then once I got into the industry, which was at the end of I studied college from 2008 to 2012. That's when I graduated. So from 2012 onwards, that's when I really started paying attention more. Again, like I said, the melodies have always been a part of my life, but then the lyric and the songs as a whole, I kind of started diving in.
You bond with the music. I think when you were 3 years, you sang something like, you start singing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a God blessing, or I think in the blood, the music is there.
Sure.
So do you still remember when somebody tells you that when you were 3 years, you will start singing? How you take that?
There's little videos here and there. So when I
Okay.
watch that, I can see like similar mannerisms.
Okay, they have the videos when you were 3 years
like
and you were
VHS
singing.
tapes, yeah. So
Okay.
my first time singing on stage was when I was 3. It was a Carnatic song, and my mother, she has a Carnatic music school in San Francisco.
Okay.
So that started in 92. We moved to the States in 91. I was born in Chennai. And then 93, I started kind of singing, and I insisted on going on stage. And from that point, it's been no looking
Who
back.
pushed you on like you've
I
gone
really
to your,
wanted to do it. So-
it's internal, nobody pushed you.
Well, my parents understood and realized that I had this gift for music early on. But her students were singing in that concert in 93. And then I insisted that I also wanted to sing. My sister was also singing. So since she was doing it, I wanted to do it. And I think they thought I'd get nervous or something, but I loved it from the moment. And again, this is mostly stories I hear.
Yes.
I obviously don't remember what it was like when I was 3. But I know, seeing how I felt, like I think my earliest memory of singing was when 5 or 6 years old.
Okay, you remember that. You must
Somewhat.
be singing. Yeah,
I
okay.
have like some recollection of that. So I remember the feeling of not only singing on stage, but practicing at home and that deep resonance spiritually with music. So once I felt that, it was like an addiction. I had to like have it in my life. For
So there is a one song of your life that first time you sang and you just remember it whole of your life.
Yeah.
Hindi or like any Telugu or Tamil or...
For me, it was definitely a Carnatic song.
Okay.
There's one...
You remember still? What's your age right now? 33,
now
right?
33. I remember
So
from
we
when I
are
was, like,
going back to your... we are going totally back, in your childhood.
There's one Tyagaraja Kirtana. Vidajala durana manasu vinara. That's the first one that I kind of remember that I was...
At what age you sang, right?
That was like 7.
Great.
6 or 7, like around there. That's when
Great.
my mom taught it to me. And then, so that's the first one I remember. My grandfather, my mom's father, was also one of my gurus, both my mom and him. And I remember he's the one that taught that song to me. He was very happy when I would sing it. So I have some fond memories of that.
Great, great. And how's your relationship with the mom? Like, he's a guru also.
Yes.
And she's your mother also. So mother and guru combination.
Yeah.
How it goes well.
Well, younger age, she was super strict.
Yeah.
Very strict, and I'm glad both
She
my
used to
parents.
slap you?
No, none of that.
You had slaps?
No, but she would tell me, like, what she would do is I would sing. If I made a mistake, then I'd have to sing the lesson from the beginning again.
Okay.
Over and over and over. And as a kid, I
She
didn't
was a
have-
strict mom.
Super strict, both of them. My parents were, again, so what they realized is that I had the gift.
Yes.
So they said, okay, if you have the gift, you have to make the most of it. So they were strict with me from a young age in terms of practicing. Obviously, as a child, I didn't like that, and I wanted to go run around and do what kids normally do.
Are you like a naughty or like a free?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
of course you are.
Yeah, I was running around, always up to
Naughty
no good,
guy.
mischief, yeah.
Okay.
But then once I got a little bit older, probably around like 18, 19,
Yes.
at that time I realized, okay, they instilled this discipline in me, and it can go a long way. So that's when I started really rigorously practicing on my own without my parents pushing me or anything. I was like, okay, this is something I'm very passionate about. And I, again, understood that I had something within myself.